Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to do a end of the year review for some of the other curriculum that we used for the 2017-2018 school year for my first grader. Some of these things also were used with my kindergartner and my preschooler, but I'll let you know what those things are when we get to them. I did do a video on our math and our language arts program already, so if you want to check that out, you can link back into my videos and find them in my watch list. So for this here we have what we used for handwriting, phonics, spelling, some journaling, some science, and handwriting. And did I already say reading? So I do have a language arts program that we use that encompasses all of these things. But what I found was that I liked to do additional like spelling, reading, writing, just because the way the program that we were using, works is small chunks, and my daughter was beyond the small chunks, but she was still learning the foundational things like the phonogram sounds and things, and so I wanted to keep her going at her pace with the spelling and the phonics and handwriting and things. So this is some of the things we used. So we have used handwriting without tears from the very beginning. Since she was in a private preschool, she has been with handwriting without tears, so we stuck with this program. I purchased the teacher's manual, and this is the student workbook. I rarely use the teacher's manual. I pretty much followed along with her lessons, and I just took notes and stuff if there was anything that she was having trouble with, any letters that she was having trouble forming. I would look in the teacher's guide. But really, she didn't have trouble. She has very good penmanship, and so some of the things that she struggled with was just trying to rush through her work, and it didn't have anything to do with like just foundational things or pencil grip or anything like that. But I do recommend this teacher's guide for the earlier years. For my preschooler, I have the teacher's guide, and for my kindergartner, I have the teacher's guide. Any student I think that's struggling with formation, I think it's good to have this teacher's guide. But for me, I didn't use it, and I will definitely go without it next year. So this is the workbook. We finished this early. A lot of people do. We didn't do it every single day for handwriting. I tried to have her do a page every other day, or sometimes once a week, because she gets handwriting in other ways. I didn't think it was important to continue doing it every single day, but we finished it up, and she really enjoyed it. She did a good job. She likes the program, and so do I. And just give you a little sneak peek at some of the pages here and what they look like. So they're still coloring. They're still doing all the foundational things that handwriting without tears is known for. And I just really like this handwriting program. It gets into sentences, punctuation. It still does the uppercase and lowercase. Then it has some copy work, and they learn some things about money. And so yeah, here they're doing some more copy work, a couple sentences here, and they ask some questions, and the child has to write the answer based on what they see. So some things I had to remind her of is like bumping the lines. Sometimes she tries to go quickly and forgets. But when she's really focusing and sitting up straight in her chair, she can really, her handwriting is really great. The only thing she has trouble with, I think, still is the P, forming the P. She's gotten into a habit of forming her P backwards. Not written backwards, but starting it like a reverse C. I don't know if that makes sense. So she'll go here, up and down instead of going down and then a C. Yep, so that's pretty much it. So we'll continue on with this program. We really loved Handwriting Without Tears. So for spelling, we stuck with spelling workout. We really enjoy spelling workout. I know a lot of people don't seem to like it. It's a very inexpensive program, but I really enjoy it. My daughter has really enjoyed it, and I don't see any reason why we'll stop doing spelling workout. The teacher's edition I used for a short amount of time. At the beginning, I was doing like the spelling tests and things, but really I wasn't using this program for teaching her how to spell or for really ingraining any spelling words in her memory. I wanted her to be able to work independently and to also to be able to use dictionary skills, and this fit the bill perfectly. So in every lesson, there is, so at the beginning here, it's just really simple things that they do, beginning and ending sounds. But as you go further in, there's going to be, here is a paragraph, but the stories become longer and longer. So there's a story, and then they do an activity with their list words. And there's about 4 pages of an activity. So we wouldn't do a lesson a day. We basically did a lesson a week because of the way it's laid out. We would just be done too quickly with it, and she really enjoyed doing it. So we did a lesson a week, and how that worked out is, for example, let me just find one here. Okay, for example, blends with our lesson 26. For day 1, she would read the story. Then there's a little spelling tip at the bottom there. And then she would do page 106, so the next page, which is basically for here, write the missing letters in each word and trace the letters to spell list words. So here they're not spelling the whole entire word, but as they move on, they spell the entire word. So they use their word bank here and they fill in the blanks. So that would be day 1. And then here would be day 2, day 3. And then there is some proofreading, which I thought was great. I don't even know if you can see her writing, but she did finish this whole thing. So then she'd do this, day 4, and then day 5. So she told a little joke here. So the owl said to the plane, "Do you sell who food?" So it's getting her little brain working. Her wheels are turning. She's able to work on this on her own. If she has questions about what a word means, there's a dictionary in the back of the book here. So she's learning dictionary skills. She can look up what words mean. It tells you how to use a dictionary. And I love that the proofreading and having them write their own little sentences about what's going on in the story or ask some questions and things. I think that's really valuable, especially at this age. And I just really love it. I think it's really cool. There is word puzzles, lots of spelling practice, all sorts of things. And she left one out. So it's just, there's a ton of great reinforcement in this spelling workout. It's inexpensive. It's like $20 for the teacher's manual and for the student workbook. And yeah, I just love it, and we're going to continue on with it regardless of what we're doing in our other language arts programs. She also did Explode the Code. She finished up book 1 and book 2. I had also purchased 1.5 and 2.5, but she did not get into that because I didn't think she needed any more practice. So these are unused, but one of my other kids will definitely use it. So she finished 1 and 2, and it's just really great phonics practice. Again, an inexpensive program that really helps them with reading. It helps them with comprehension, focusing. It helps her with just being able to work independently. It makes her feel good that she doesn't have to constantly ask me what to do. She can read the directions. They're easy to read directions. She follows the directions. She completes her pages. I generally would only give her 1 page of this to do a day. And the lessons, let's see how long a lesson is. So for example, lesson 6 consisted of page 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Okay, so I'm thinking I probably gave her 2 pages a day to do. And if one of the pages that day had a little bit more writing, I'd probably only make her do 1 page a day. So if there was 2 pages of writing, I'd probably only make her do 1 page. But like this, she's just filling in, she's just marking an X, reading the sentences and marking an X. So she'd probably do 2 pages. She really enjoyed this. I did too. I think it's a great program. So she did number 1. Then she finished up number 2 as well. And the same things. Oh, I forgot to bring up the teacher's guide. So this also comes with the teacher's guide, but I did not use it. I flipped through it at the beginning, but then I realized I just didn't need it. Just a quick a lot of circling. And this also does spelling. So they have to, here's the picture of the dress. There's the beginning blends and just to fill it out. So yeah, this was a great little phonics program for her, and we'll continue with this next year too, regardless of what we're doing with our other curriculum. What I also got for her, once she finished this, she wanted to keep doing the code, but I thought it would be just too much to keep doing the same stuff. And so she wanted to try something a little different. So we tried to do Beyond the Code 1, Comprehension and Reading Skills. And this was great. We did a little bit of it. She wanted to stop, so I was fine with it. So this has a little bit more reading to do. So you read a story, not so much here, but you read a story and then you have to answer questions based on the story. So Zach the Dog Part 1, there was some reading here, a few pages of reading, and then questions were asked here. And then there's a little activity. So there was a lot of writing in this. So she was it was a little bit more difficult for her. Plus she had to keep going back in the story, so we kind of stopped here. And then it got into contractions, and she just wasn't ready to deal with contractions right now. She just wanted to take a break from learning this stuff. So we took a break here, but we'll start again in 2nd grade with this. And I really like this too for reading comprehension. So what we also did was Draw Right Now. We used Draw Right Now, and we used the journaling notebook from Lakeshore Learning, and then we also used this Sight Word Daily Activity Journal that she liked to do. So for the Draw Right Now, we started using it, and I use this for my kindergartner as well. So they have an illustration and then some sentences to go along with it. So they learn about hens in this one, pig, sheep, and it goes on and on. I really like this program. Plus my daughter really likes to draw, so she liked getting ideas from this book. And then we would do that inside here, inside the journal. She would just draw and then write the sentences. Then she started wanting recently to just do her own drawing and writing, and so I thought that was great and she could just do that. So we stopped doing the Draw Right Now, and this was just very recently. She wanted to just keep doing her journaling, and I'm totally fine with it. She can keep doing it this way because she likes to. But this is another really great little thing for them to do, draw and illustrate. So this is the Sight Word Daily Activity Journal. I think my daughter wrote her last name here, so I'm just gonna open it up and just flip it over here. Okay, so for this, it has 27 weeks of little activities to do, words for each week. So for weeks 1 through 27, it looks like there's between 2 and 3 words. So it would be Monday, and this is independent too. She can get this out and just do it on her own. Monday, just read in color. Tuesday, trace the words. Wednesday, unscramble the words. Thursday, circle all the ands, thes, ofs. And this is just great for getting her brain to work, warming up in the morning, getting her in the mood to learn. And it goes about just around the same way throughout the book. And I don't really worry about how she's writing something, if she's spelling something correctly. I just let her write it the way she sounds it out, and she's sounding things out phonetically. It's fine with me. And so she'll probably continue to do this, but if she doesn't want to, it's fine. She's done so much, but she thinks this is fun, and so I'm happy with the fact that she thinks this is fun. Okay, so that was that. Now for, what else we have here? Oh, copy work. So once she was done with her handwriting, we did some copy work in here. So this is from Teachers Pay Teachers. This was a printable. I just took it to Staples and I had it spiral bound and just the cover put on it. But this is just some copy work from this person here. I think this is who I got it from. I'm not quite sure, but I got it on Teachers Pay Teachers. And so, excuse me, what's in this is basically copy work for science, water, weather, and seasons. So if you're doing like a unit study on any of these science topics, you'll find that there is copy work that you can easily do to relate to it. So the 4 seasons are winter, spring, summer, and fall. I love them all. And then she would just write that. So this one is still working on like cold weather. So more weather. And there's one on Harriet Tubman, Sacagawea, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington. So there's social studies, history in here. Did we do any others? I guess we didn't do any others. So there's copy work for science and magnets. So it has stuff to do with magnets. And then there's some other things in here. Social studies and maps. So we didn't do this, obviously, but I wanted to take it out and keep it out on the top of her pile now that she has pretty much nothing left to do for the next several weeks. In case we go over some things, I wanted her to have some copy work to do. But anyway, if you need copy work, this is a great little resource to have. So for science, we did Abeka, Discovering God's World for grade 1. The way we did this was really, really easy. I basically read to my kids. So we did this family style. I really love these Abeka readers. Pretty sure they're designed for the children to read, but I would just have them sit on the couch, and I have a morning basket that we do. And in the morning basket, we have science, and we have health, we have Bible, we have poems, literature, all sorts of things. And this is just basically our reading time. So we do all this learning together. So we learned about hair, color, and taste buds. And there's some little teeny activities you can do, like when we tasted food. Let's see here. So we did like a blindfold science experiment, and then they had to taste different types of foods and then say whether or not it was bitter, sweet, salty, sour. And the whole thing is just basically really easy to read out of. The science experiments aren't like crazy out of this world. You can skip them if you want to. We still just like learning about the information. So that was really cool. So we did that for science. I had a science program all lined up at the beginning of the year, but it was just too much for us to do. And I did want to do a science, and I just didn't think it would be so hard to incorporate science with the experimental part of it, having like a curriculum, but it turned out it was. And so this was just a lifesaver. For health, we did health, safety, and manners for grade 1, also by Abeka. This same thing, we did this in the same exact way that we did the science. So every day, I think it was like once a week. We might have done this twice a week and then just kept doing it because the kids really loved learning about it, and it's not that long. So I think we did it like once or twice a week. And so they learn about how they grow, and then we measure them on the wall. Really simple activities that you can do once you learn about certain things. You just go and you practice it. Really easy. Health, eating right. We also have a health, I wouldn't say it's a program, it's just this free information that we got that schools get, and it has like the 5 food groups. There's a song that goes along with it, and we played on the DVD, and it's just learning some good habits and things like that. So it's just really fun to do and easy to do as a group. You can involve your kindergartner and your pre-K student, and they're all learning the same thing at the same time. And it's really easy peasy to get health and to get science. Now we also used a bunch of readers. So these are just some of the ones that, let's see here, that we had left in her workbox I want to show you. So Whatever the Weather, just a cute little reader. She reads independently about the weather. We have a lot of these Zonder Kids Bible readers. These are really great. She's working on the miracles of Jesus, and she's almost done with this one, but these are awesome. If you're a Christian family and you're looking for some readers for your child to read, I really highly recommend the Zonder Kids, and they're really inexpensive too. They have a whole series of them. We have quite a few of them. So we have that. Bones. Cute little reader. She's also still working on Days with Frog and Toad. I'd say she's like in a level 3 now with the readers. Some readers still in a 2. But she's working on how much reading she's doing. For example, like how many pages to finish a chapter. Whereas before in the level 1s, they were really short books. She'd finish them in 2 minutes. But now that there's more to a chapter, she's just finding her way of how to break it down. And this is just a little reader that she also has that she's going to finish. But anyway, that's it, you guys. That is all I have for our 2017-2018 school year. I did a math video, a comparison of the 2 curriculums we were using for the year. I also did a video on the language arts program. And then with all of this, that pretty much does it for my first graders homeschool year. We really are going to just focus on nature studies for this last few weeks of spring, and then we're going to take a nice break and then come back probably mid-July and start our second grade year, our kindergarten year, and our pre-K 4 year. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for some more videos. Bye.